What's up, everybody? In this video I'm going to show you how to use Google Trends to track the popularity of different search terms being searched in Google over time in various different ways. It's a really cool tool. It doesn't per se give you the um, volume of the searches, but it can show you like the popularity of something. So there's different ways that you can do this. So you can see the interest based on where this interest is coming from over a certain time frame, right? So we have like interest by regions for past 7 days. These different terms. We'll look at some more of the examples. All right, so if I go here and I look for Olympics, right? I'm gonna search for Olympics, and I'm gonna be able to see the trends for that search term over time, right? So I have it at past 12 months. Well, I'm actually going to want to go in here and look past 5 years, okay? Because I want to see every year how often that comes up. And actually, considering how infrequent the Olympics actually happens, you know, so you can see here that there's a big spike in 2014. There's a big spike around 2016. Then another big spike around 2018. Those are all times when we had the Olympics right here. So you can go down here and you can see related topics to that query, right? Like Pyeongchang 2018 Olympic Winter Games. That was very popular when it shows how the percentage of increase that it went from where it was to where it's at, right? And then also over here, there's just more related queries, right? And you can download these, right? You can share those. You can embed those in a post if you want to do some sort of market research or share them with somebody. One thing I like to do is just search for winter coat. This is one of the clearest indicators of what this is actually going to be able to do for you. So, winter coat, right? People don't like to buy ahead of time for these things usually. They start to buy when it gets cold, right? They're going to start buying a winter coat whenever it gets cold. So you can see November of every year, right? November, December time frame every year. Winter coat. That's when people search for it. They are not thinking about getting winter coats in May and July, right? And then you can see interest by sub-region, right? We have the most interest in the coldest states. So that's a really cool way to see where people are searching for these things. Now, another thing I might look for, Netflix, right? So Netflix over the past 5 years is getting more and more and more popular, right? Ever since it started, it's just kind of been on an upward trend of popularity. But as you know, depending on when things happen, maybe it's more popular, maybe not, right? And so we have, let's see which state has the most interest in Netflix. Wow, it's Albuquerque, Portland, Phoenix, Austin, and San Diego. Most interest over the past 5 years. Now, if I change that, maybe I'll go. Oh, and then you can also compare terms. So I could compare like Netflix to, I'm going to compare a search term to YouTube, right? Or Hulu, actually. Let me do Hulu. And that's going to show the graphs side by side. It'll show the popularity and interest over time, right? Netflix versus Hulu. So you can see there's less of an interest in Hulu than there is Netflix, right? It shows the like this is a vague indicator of like volume, right? It's not like how many searches there actually are, right? But you can see that Netflix is wildly more popular than Hulu, right? And then it shows the interest for Netflix versus the interest for Hulu, right? And it even comes up with this little graph right here. So this is in Wyoming. 80% of the searches were for Netflix, 20% were for Hulu, right? This is just by these two search terms. I don't mean that the total searches in Wyoming were 80% about Netflix, 80% about Hulu, right? And then you see related queries here. Sling TV, Hulu, Spotify Student, DirecTV Now, PlayStation Vue, Hulu 99 cents, all those terms relating to some sort of streaming TV thing, right? So anyhow, this is the gist of how you can use Google Trends, right? So it's kind of cool to look up different things that you might want to just, you know, hey, what are we gonna make for content, right, on our website? What sort of stuff are we going to feature? Okay, and here you can actually see like trending searches, right? So right now, yeah, February 1st, 2019, we got Cory Booker announced presidential bid. Tekashi 6ix9ine pleaded guilty to 9 counts of whatever he did, right? And so you can see where the searches are hot right now. So this is actually kind of cool. You can just come in here and see, bam, that's the this is what's happening right now, and you can also see where it's happening, and then in past 24 hours. And then you can also search by categories, which is really cool. So maybe I'll go here and be like, sports, right? Maybe I only want to see like the trending sports stuff, right? Maybe I just want to know what's going on there. And so I can see real time, past 24 hours, that these are the hot things right here. And then I can change that. So I can go Australia, and I can look and see what their sports news is in Australia. Maybe it's even American stuff. With, oh no, rugby. There you go. And so then I can go over here to business, right? And change, and I can see what's happening in Australian business recently. So apparently something about iron ore in China. Anyhow, you get the gist. There's so many different ways you can really, modify this to fit what you're trying to see, what you're trying to understand about a certain area, what they're searching for. It's a really cool tool. So I'll put the link in the description and also in the pinned comment here. It's just trends.google.com. Yeah. So anyhow, that's how you use Google Trends. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful, and have a good one.